Hello and welcome to Channel Sports on Sunday. I am Ken Ochonogo. What a bumpy week is going to look like because good news coming everywhere. But then there are also some not so good news and some news that we felt that as at last week, we thought we won't see such again. Last week on this show, we did show you that the boss of Wiki Tourist, Bauchi, that got burnt on their way to that match against Dakada FC down there right there in the south, and at Plateau they got that thing, and then it was the Plateau United. Officials who came to the rescue came with their boss and took Wiki Tourist and the players back to Bauchi safely. We thought that was it. But then during the week again, this time around, it wasn't a case of a bus catching fire, but, robbers attacking our players, team and officials. Adamawa United players were coming in, and then, but I think it is the kind of time they were traveling, because it's probably around 11 p.m. They were attacked by robbers along Lagos or, expressway. That same route again, players of Robo Queens of Lagos, who were going to go and play Delta Queens at Agbode, also got attacked by armed robbers. So basically, we are looking at a lot of incidents of teams being attacked. Kwara United is not left out. They were coming back from the match against Enugu Rangers, and they got that same thing on the way. So basically, I don't know if the Nigerian Football Federation should come in with the league itself, the league runners, the MPFL, and the rest of them all come together. I think they should have a security committee, probably certain axes, maybe from Shagamu to Benin. Maybe they go there, maybe an escort. There will be escort of, to just lead the team along that axis, take them safely through until they get to the other side. They should look at certain points where we say these are areas that the players or their bosses are prone to attacks, and then we take them there. So we don't want to start repeating all this. It's coming to a stage where you think you are solving one problem and other ones are in their ugly heads. Insecurity in the country, in the nation, is this high, and then our players should not be the ones who have to pay for it. Right now, we've not had loss of lives, just properties, but if it goes beyond that, it will be a very unfortunate incident to behold. Coming from all that, we also we take a look at Tiger Woods, what the greatest they say, because if 18-15 between himself, if he has gotten that up to 18th major by now, they've no doubt that he is the greatest. Others still regard him, even with 15 majors, as the greatest. 82 PGA titles he's gotten, but then he was involved in an accident. It's been a lot of, I think, Tiger would have gotten to 18 by now, if not for his off-court incidents that has been happening to him. So we look at Tiger, but we are happy that he is alive. There are positive developments in that particular regard. So anything anybody's going to think about that, it is what happens to Tiger. And then will you come back to golf? That's another story entirely. First and foremost, let him be alive and let him be able to walk, because talking about the tibia and the fibula, those are the lower bones, that carries the body. And if you cannot stand, how do you swing? That is what it takes in there. But then he has survived a lot. The other time he got into an accident driving under the influence. Remember, when he just slumped there, and then he was arrested and released, and he came over that, went on to win his 15th major, where he started at Augusta. So we take a look at Tiger Woods, his life journeys, and hope that, probably what the position is as at now. I will talk a lot of football. You can't talk about football now without talking about Manchester City. They are the informed team. 27 matches they've gone unbeaten. 20 matches they've won in a row. 13 in the league. And in that 14th, how do you beat that? You can't. I think there are just two teams in England for now, Manchester City and the rest, based on performance. Based on performance. So we'll come down to our own league, also the NNL, and how they are going to the MPFL. But where we want to start from is athletics. We want to start from athletics. So I tell you this, we are doing, there is hope that probably after the gold in Atlanta and that gold that came in Sydney, probably there is time for another gold from what we are seeing. And over in the past 24 hours, 36 hours in the parliament, the records have just been tumbling. They haven't been coming in. I would say, what do we do? Let us see. Let us pick one of those eggheads who are there, who give us the update of what is happening in Nigerian athletic circuits, worldwide. We want to join, right? It's via Zoom. Yes, Olufumilayo Fameso. Fumi, how are you? It's Sumi there.
Hi, Mr. Ken. Good afternoon. I'm
Good
doing
afternoon,
fine. How are you doing
Fumi.
too?
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm excited. It all has happened in the past 24 hours. I can't be but excited. How are you doing as well?
Okay. Waking up, we're waking up to good news. We're hearing what is happening right there. We're talking about Ruth Soro. We've not finished talking about that one. We are now, coming about, and then, so what is favor hopefully, you understand? Ruth Soro, and the lengths they are leaping, long jump, triple jump, and then whatever. Just give us, can we get an update? What is really happening in the world of athletics, and especially concerning Nigerian stars as we approach, Tokyo, July 23rd, 2021?
Okay, a lot is happening, and the truth is, the lots that are happening are actually very, very good things. Very, very good. When this year started, we started with the good news of Blessing Okagbare. She started competing indoors, 60 meters, and she has not competed indoors the past 10 years. So she came into the circuit this year and she started dropping PBs. She had a PB of 710 in the 60 meters, and she won all of her races, like all the 60 meters races she has competed in this year. And so we thought that, okay, that's actually nice, because there's still Toby Amuson in the picture who also competed in the 60 meters orders, and she's doing well. We all know Toby. So everything was like, okay, since these athletes are ready, then we get to the college circuit, the NCAAs. The good thing about NCAAs is that they always have indoors and they always have outdoors. And a number of Nigerian athletes, they've traveled to US colleges this year. They will be competing this year. In fact, we are just saying this, what you are saying now is the tip of the iceberg. So a number of Nigerian athletes transferred, they are studying in the US, doing their college scholarship. And last weekend or yesterday, I beg your pardon, was the championship for the Southeastern Conference Championship, because how it runs in the NCAA that for each region, they have their regional championships. So yesterday was the Southeastern Conference Championships and the Big 12 Championship, where Ruth Soro competed in. Now, Ruth, we've known her. She's a long jumper. She just started the triple jump last year. We've known her in Nigeria to be
a long jumper.
And then yes. So she at the long jump last year, she at the Big 12 Championship indoors last year, she won the long jump indoors. This year we came out with a bang and we started seeing PBs of Ruth Soro. Her first jump in the triple jump this year, she set national record.
Wow.
The record has stood for I think close to 10 years. Yeah. So she set a national record in her very first jump. I said, at that moment I said, Ruth is in for it. Ruth is ready for it this year. And then yesterday, the long jump, she had a last round effort. She was second. She had just one more jump to defend her title. And then she came out at 6.82 meters.
Wow.
6.82 meters qualified her for the Olympics. She wasn't done with that. Less than 24 hours, she came back later to compete in the triple jump. And this time, she even surpassed her national record to set a new one of 14.36 meters. So that is also an Olympic qualifying standard.
Wow.
So that means Ruth Soro qualified for the Olympics in 2 different events in less than 24 hours. And the good thing about indoors is that once you set a PB indoors, the outcome of you setting huge PBs outdoors is very, very high. So we are looking at a situation whereby at the Olympics, all things being equal, we will have S.A. Bume and Ruth Soro competing in the long jump.
Wow.
That is if Blessing Okagbare doesn't want to do the long jump.
Join there.
So we have at least at
3.
least 2 standby athletes. I don't think that has ever happened.
Yeah.
And that's not it alone. With Usman, we also be competing in the triple jump, which means she will be the first ever female athlete, if she does that, to compete in both the long jump and the triple jump at the Olympics.
Wow.
So, and she's just 21 or 22. I think she's about 21. So you can see how excited.
The future.
You understand?
Yeah.
You know, at a point we used to say that who is going to take over from Blessing or Kazmari? Then S.A. Bume came in. We started seeing S.A. Bume. Now it's not even about who is going to take, because we already have Ruth that is going to take, that is already in the picture to compete with S.A. Bume, or to that they are in the same line, like to go ahead and with S.A. Bume. So we have 2 good long jumpers in the country now. And Ruth also does the triple jump. You know, I was still like excited about the Ruth. So then I saw Favor Philly. Yes. Now, we all know Favor Philly. Favor Philly was the youngest athlete at the last World Championship in Doha. The 400 meters, she qualified for the semifinals. I knew that this girl, we have a star in her head. This year, she just traveled to the US January, the first week of January. Her first indoor race was in the 200 meters. She set a personal best of 23 seconds. Then her second race was yesterday, which was the heat of her event. And she set a new personal best of 23.16. Now, in the final, for the first time ever, she has not done a 22 seconds. She ran a 22.75 seconds. Now, this is massive in the sense that it is an Olympic qualifying standard.
Yes.
It is an African indoor record. It's an indoor African record. And it's also an indoor national record.
Wow.
So for an 18-year-old, Favor is just 18 years by the way. For an 18-year-old that has an African record and a national record, man, we have a sign. Like, it's the excitement is
yes.
Blessing Okagbare will be in the 200 meters, and then we have a young Favor of really also in 200 meters. Not to talk about the others that still have chances of qualifying. So the past 24 hours has been awesome.
Exciting.
Awesome for Nigeria. Exciting. you know, the Olympics this year we were like, okay, COVID, with what happened with COVID, how are the athletes going to reciprocate? How are they going to come back to their form and stuff like that? But with what we have seen since the year started, in January, and we are still in February, man, the world should be ready for Nigerian athletes, because
the world should be ready for Nigerian athletes. The ladies are really doing well. From your count now, how many of our athletes have qualified for the Olympics in track and field?
I think as of now we have about 8 athletes currently.
How many?
We have S.A. Bume in the 8.
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
So we have S.A. Bume in the long jump. We have Busisora in the long jump. We have Favor Philly 200 meters. We have Blessing Okagbare 100 meters and 200 meters. We have Divine Oduduru 100 meters and 200 meters. We have Raymond Ekenwo 100 meters, the African Games champion. Yeah. We have Ishekiri Usheo Wheelchair 100 meters as well. Then in the field of events, male, we have Chukwuebuka Enekwichi in the short put.
Wow.
And all these 8 athletes, you can't write them all. They can't spring up. Then we have Toby Amson, so that makes it 9.
9.
So Toby Amson in the 60 meters in the 100 meters so we have 9 athletes presently. And all these athletes, you can't write them all to spring up a surprise. You know, at first I used to think that, okay, probably this Olympics will come back with a medal. But with the way I'm seeing it now, with the level of competitiveness amongst the team, amongst Nigerian athletes now, even the world athletes, the level of competitiveness, everybody up in that game, I think we may get more than one medal at the Olympics.
Wow. What else can we add for me? I think you've given us the details, and the excitement has been over here. You're just looking about 18-year-old, a 21-year-old, and they're already there, running the second best time in NCAA history, and you look at Ruth with triple jump and long jump. Remember like you talked about Okagbare. The jumps gave us our first ever gold medal. You remember in Atlanta in '96. You know, and then
Yes.
Okagbare still went there to do the jumps in Beijing, and so I think we are strong there.
Yeah, and she came back
Can
with
we
a silver medal.
are we allowed to field 3 athletes, 3 jumpers in any event? Can we in the long jump? Can we field 3? Are we sure
Yes,
of that? Can we
actually,
field 3?
the maximum number of athletes allowed to enter for an event per country is
Yeah.
actually 3. You
Okay.
understand? It's 3. So we can actually have 3 athletes
For the
compete
jumps.
for the long jump. Yes, for the
Uh-huh.
jumps. But that now depends because Leslie Okagbare is also doing the 100 and the 200 meters. So she may not want to do 3 events. It may not be advisable like to do 3 events at the Olympics. So she may just want to stick with 2. And besides, she already has 2 other jumpers that will do the job that are ready to do the job. You know, Esther Bume won a bronze medal at the last World Championships in Doha. She was Nigeria's only medalist there, and now she's gearing up for the Olympics. She's in the top 3 brackets of the best jumpers in the world.
In the
And
world,
then
yeah.
we have yes,
Coming up.
For Ruth to do a 682 meters indoors. I'm not going to be too forward or to be too excited. But for her to do 682 meters indoors, that means she's in the shape of a 6'9" meters outdoors. At least, at most 6'9" meters. She can do a 6'9", she can do a 7 meters, she can do a 6'8" meters outdoors. And we know what that means because your indoor performance, that's why athletes do indoor competitions, because it really prepares them for outdoors. It really makes them to know what to do. Yes. And for Ruth to do that, that means, man, she's in the shape of a 6'9" meters outdoors. You know, let's not forget her triple jump as well. Triple jump of 14.3, and then you do the long jump. Ruth is just...
She's on fire.
I think at the end of the day, she's the hot cake. She's on fire.
Yeah.
Another good thing that I should mention is that she has been selected to be in the Bowerman Awards indoor list. Now, the Bowerman Award is the award for the best collegiate student athletes in the US. So she has been shortlisted among the nominees. The 5 nominees, she has been shortlisted. And this was even before the record she did yesterday.
She said.
So now, with what she did yesterday, she has greater chance. And the NCAA Indoor Championships is still coming. I think that will be by March. So if she's able to transform the same
the same form,
level of performance,
the
same form to the NCAA Indoor Championships, and even better, we may have someone who is contending for the Bowerman Award. The last person to contend for that female was actually Blessing Okagbare. And now, and they are both in Texas Tech. They both train in Texas Tech. That's the good thing again.
Exactly.
So there are so many positive things to even talk about when it comes to athletes, when it comes to Favor. Favor is, and let's not forget that Favor's major event is the 400 meters. The 200 meters is just to help her speed. The 400 meters is her force. That's where her strength is. And she has not even done that this year at all. So let's imagine what she'll be able to transform outdoors. That means she can even compete. Well, she can qualify for the Olympics.
If she qualify for the 100 meters, then that's another addition for us. Okay,
yes, for
all right.
400 meters. So that means she can qualify for both the 200 and 400 meters.
Yeah.
She's in the shape to do that. Yeah, so it's exciting. It's exciting.
It's exciting. There is no better place to end it than that excitement. Thank you very much, Fumi. Thank you very much. We'll be calling on you as you monitor them, because I know you don't sleep. Once this over there, you are trying to get it and push it there. And while we are there, you come and give us the update here. Thank you very much, Fumi. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
All right, Nadia. Okay, that's Fumi Fama. She's an athletics writer, and I tell you, she does break it down. You can't get it done better than that, and it gives you so much hope that going into the Olympics in Tokyo, I tell you that date is just there. I tell you, keep on ticking it, marking it, 23rd of July, 2021. That is the kickoff date, and then we want to see if we can have that repeat performance. Track and field has been where we've been strong, over the years in Africa, in the world. The Chidimos, Innocent Egbunikes, and Efia Kudobong, male, female, Mary Onyali, Falelat, Falelat to go. So a lot of them are so good at when Nigeria is supposed to be, if you count the USA, Jamaica, a tiny nation. I don't think the population is up to Lagos, and then we want to fight Jamaicans and push the Britons, the Canadians, some France coming in, the United Kingdom, they are all there. So there are some athletic nations because you are not going to long distance or middle distance because the Kenyans, say this is our Ethiopians. We hold the long distances, and that's the thing. But then we still have the Mambila Plateau. We still have the Afuze, where we can go and train long distance runners and challenge them. So at a point, the South Africans and the Senegalese were coming in the quarter miles and trying to say they can do that better than Nigerians. But I tell you, that is where we have ruled the world. We want to go on a very, 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 very short break. And when we come back, we shall continue with the news going around the world, sports news. We'll look at Tiger Woods. We'll look at football. And I say we'll take a look at local football. Stay with us. Okay, you're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. We've just been having a good time talking about, I think these are better times for athletics. We said Nigeria is a footballing nation. Take your note and put it down. That Nigeria is a footballing nation. We've won the Olympic gold, no doubt. We've won the Nations Cup 3 times, AFCON. So we are a footballing nation. Since 1994, we missed just one World Cup. That was in 2006. When in 1994, we were in the USA. In 98, we were in France. In 2002, Korea, Japan. Then in 2006, in Germany, we missed out. In 2010, in Africa, we came back in South Africa. And I tell you, in 2014, we were in Brazil. In 2018, right there, we were in Russia. So it tells you that since 1994, our qualified first of our World Cup, irrespective of whoever is coaching us, Nigeria is there. When you count the teams that we gather as the best teams in the world. So we are a footballing nation. We are a basketball nation. The Tiger and the Tigers have been ruling Africa. We've been qualified for the Olympics and the World Championships. So it tells you that, yes, we are a basketball nation. And now we are an athletic nation. Yes, we've won the gold. We won gold in track and field. We won gold in Atlanta. We won gold in Sydney in 2000. Of course, they disqualified the USA because they spiked their system and think they can beat us. When you cheat, you cheat. We run without cheating. So when it came and said, yeah, you guys have been disqualified and we got that gold. So we're also a boxing nation. We're talking about a lot of sports that Nigeria is good at, but then athletics is shining. Athletics is saying right now the young blood are coming up, and then our courts, which is what the tradition has been, with our athletes getting scholarship to go to U.S. universities, which was even Jamaicans have been doing. Then they go over the better facilities and then better competitions, and then they blossom. And come out. So we with hope, we are saying, yes, the kids will discover here, we get nurtured out there, and then go to the world to go and say, yes, we are Nigerian stars, and we'll do it. Jimmy is in the house. Jimmy, you're welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, and great to listen to Fumi wax lyrical about the future of athletics. And I think when you consider what favor Ofili, Rutuzoro, and also a couple of weeks ago, Blessing Okagbare and Raymond Ekewo, what they had been able to do on the track, you got to say, and also Ian Okadigoke, you've got to say, yes, the future is here, and we really hope, despite the pandemic-related issues, they really are able to make all this count.
Yeah, despite the pandemic, they are making it count because, of course, in athletics there is less. It's not a contact sport, but there is. We'll talk. Okay, what I want to start with Tiger Woods, but before we go to Tiger Woods, let's also talk about the contact sport. Yeah, it has to be with Canelo Alvarez. You thought GGG. You placed GG ahead of Canelo.
Yeah, definitely. At this point in time,
that was before. But do you still have that same rating for now?
I think the level of competition that the two of them have faced is a little bit different. Going into the bout against Yildirim, I believe that, well, this is not the best kind of competition you could have. But whether you like it or not, it's a mandatory.
Has there been anybody Canelo has not fought? He has fought everybody. Four division champions.
He's fought everybody. He's got 55 wins.
Yes.
And I think that's
just a loss. The only loss to title and 2 draws.
And it just tells you. I think he's even improved after the bouts with GGG, because if you look at the way he's gone about his business,
he was destroying. Of course, exactly.
He's more disciplined. He's more well-rounded than ever before. So when you look at that technicality behind all of his wins, you've got to say that yes, Canelo has to be the biggest in the boxing right now, apart from maybe the Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua of the world, you know. I think also that the bout against Yildirim is not really a tough bout, so to say, because the last time that he fought, he lost against Jarrell. In 2017, he lost against
but like you said, it was a mandatory, mandatory title defense.
And it says a lot about mandatories. Look at WBC. Look at the inactivity that Tyson Fury is faced with right now. He expects same thing about Joshua.
Because they're trying to make deals.
Trying to make deals. And it's becoming a lot more tougher to get these deals sorted. He fought last when he defeated Wilder. But right now, a year after, he hasn't gotten a fight.
Jimmy,
but
when you fight and make 25 million, you make 20, will you be in a hurry? You have not finished spending the money.
But at the end of the day, like, the level of activity also counts. Because
he said so. I think in his tweet 2 days ago, he said, you guys owe me 2 fights this year. You understand that? I don't care who you are giving to me.
Exactly.
I want to fight. Exactly. So I think I align with you. I align with you on that.
So
yes.
I think that, let's go back to Canelo for a bit. I think fighting with BJS also is something that we have got to consider. Saunders also has
Saunders is the
He's got quick feet.
Yeah.
He's a southpaw.
Yeah.
It could actually give Canelo some good fight. But then again, you look at it, Canelo seems to be better rounded, seems to be the more technically gifted pugilist. So I'll give it to Canelo ahead of Saunders.
About 2-3 hours ago, Saunders did put out a statement there. He said, I am the next guy. Canelo is the best. He has beaten everybody. He is an all-rounder. But if there is one man who can stop him, Saunders is the guy who can do it. He just said this about 2-3 hours ago.
If there's anyone that can stop him, it has to be GGG.
GGG fought Canelo twice, and so he fought. He has opportunity to be in the ring twice with a draw and a loss,
and they were very controversial.
Controversial or not, he didn't.
Whether we like it or not,
he didn't put him down. He didn't outpoint him. So what is the issue?
Ken, they were controversial. Wins,
Jimmy,
and draws. Whether we like it or not,
Jimmy.
Whether we like it or not, but Ken, I understand how you mean.
He had opportunity. You see, if he had not fought him. You fought a guy twice.
Yeah.
If the first one, okay, they say this is a controversial draw. Second one, the guy beat. So what else?
Who had the belt?
Who are they? The guy. Anyway, so there is excitement in boxing. Canelo is there, and I tell you, the last time we had such excitement at this lower level ahead of them was maybe a lot. Maybe okay. The same. Mayweather, team going around at the same Canelo involved, Manny Pacquiao that made that money. It's always about the heavyweight and the super heavyweight. About 2 decades ago, at that same level, at the welterweight, you have a marvelous Marvin Hagler, you have Sugar Ray Leonard, you have Roberto Duran, you have the Tommy the Hitman Haynes. You understand? They were the guys, the Motor City guy, hitting everybody out there. So it is exciting when the lower will go because they are not going to see clinching. You're going to see, moving and down.
Exactly.
Okay, so we'll look at that also. You see how Canelo, we don't know if, like you said, Billy Sundance, is he the one that is going to knock out? Is he the one that's going to take the title out of him? I would tell him, I'm going to walk. He said, I have the footwork. I'm not remembering what he said. He said, I'm the one that has the footwork. Exactly. I'm the one that has the speed that can unsettle Canelo. So let's see if he can do that. So let's look at Tiger Woods, Eldrick, yes. Eldrick Woods. Eldrick because his father's name is El, that is where the E come from. And then the K that ended it because the mother's name is Kultida. That is how they have Eldrick Wood. And Tiger was named after the father's friend who was a colonel in the army, a father's colleague. They were all fought there in Vietnam. So Tiger Woods, like we say, it's one story or the other. I know the man makes stories out and in. Some of us were not golf fans until 1997. You understand? He turned pro in 1996. Yeah. By 1997 in Augusta, he won his first major a year after turning pro. That is the car accident.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, there was a time he was caught, you know, on the steering when he just slept off, and then, you know, he was found to be drunk, and then he was charged for DIU, you know, driving under the DUI, driving under the influence. And then right here now, this one, he has a shattered bone, his fibula, his tibia,
orthopedic injuries.
You know, a lot of then, and in fact, if you check, okay, let us take
car accident.
Yes,
really.
Let us take the tweet. Probably it explains more because I'm not a medical person. But if we can take the tweet that talked about it, that is it.
We thank everyone for the overwhelming support and messages during this tough time. As previously communicated, Tiger was involved in a single car accident earlier this morning in California. He has undergone a long surgical procedure on his lower right leg and ankle after being brought to the hospital. He suffered loads of significant orthopedic injuries to his right lower extremity that were treated, and also orthopedic trauma specialist at Arbor UCL Medical Center, a level 1 trauma center. Now, basically, this is coming from Anish Mahajan, the MD, the Chief Medical Officer and Interim CEO of Arbor UCL Medical Center. There's another one. Tiger.
So this one is still there. He's talking about they were talking about the wounds that affecting both the upper and the lower portions of the tibia and fibula bones. You understand?
Yeah.
So they were stabilized by inserting tubes. You know, additional injuries to the bones of the foot and ankle were stabilized with a combination of screws and needles to the muscle and soft tissue of the leg. You understand? You know, of the leg required surgical release of the covering of the muscle. Means there is a tear. And all you know, and there is a tear there and stuff. So this thing happened. But then I said he was awake then and recovering in the hospital room. He said thank you to the wonderful doctors about the UCL Medical Center, Los Angeles County Sheriff's and Department, and support and assistance. Has been outstanding. He said no further updates at this time, and we continue to thank you and the well wishers. So that is. So that that is the one, and then let's take this. The second tweet, the second one is also the second one, which was they just brought out a few hours ago. This was when it happened.
Tiger has moved to Setters.
Let's take the second. The second one is out there. If we can get that particular tweet, they are talking about that he is out of the they've moved him to another hospital. So they moved it to another hospital right now, and that is it. So there is an improvement, but all they are asking is that let the family need their privacy, and there won't be further updates for now until the guy gets out of the. So just say thank you for your continued privacy. So that's the team from that is a message from Team Tiger, and we wish him well. We hope he gets better. But they say it will take about a year, almost 9 months to a year before we know if he can even walk well again, and then maybe.
And to think that he had been thinking of 2021 as a comeback year for him, and it was so sad. I think Ben Hogan in the early 40s actually did something. Come back,
and he came back,
and dominated the circuit. So we just hope that Tiger.
But we are looking at his age now, and how he is.
I do not think that age is a factor. He's on 15 at the moment.
No, that is the number. You're talking about number of majors. His age as at when he got the accident, when the wounds do heal, and the wounds at that age don't heal as fast as the wounds when you were younger. So we don't know when Ben Hogan had his own accident, how old was he?
Exactly.
When he had his accident, and when this one is. Some people say you can recover from it, faster, like you are saying, faster, but it depends on. Maybe now they have a better technology and other things to get those things done. Okay. All right. That is Tiger.
He's gone through a lot.
We wish him well. Is the guy that brought a lot to golf.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are non-golfers brought him there. He was the first billion dollar athlete in terms of endorsements and earnings. He made $1 billion. Then so that tell you how much he had made. From knocking a lot of
sporting interest, economic interest, everything.
Yeah, but then
similar
I don't know
what Jordan had done for basketball too.
Yeah, so we don't know why. But at least for this one, they said they are not investigating whether he was anything outside. Probably he has got it. And they said that turning where he had that accident. A lot of accidents occur at that particular place. Probably he was on speed, and you know, of course they drive without their GPRS and stuff. Try to be and all those things, so it might not be there. So that is it. We are going to open the lines. You guys are going to join the show and let us hear from you. Let us take a little bit of what is happening in Europe. We'll come back home later. But let's go to England. Jimmy, is it time for you to acknowledge that Pep is a genius, or you still believe that he's a fraud?
I don't know how you mean. I don't see how you mean. I don't even know where you are coming from. But 500 wins, and you are still asking that question. I don't know where that is supposed to be. But then, Ken, you have got to give it to Pep Guardiola, what he's been able to do with this squad. A lot of people will say, yes, he's assembled a squad full of pounds, so full of monies being used to get the best players across the continent.
Okay, sorry, Jimmy. We just have a breaking news now. I want to give this to you. And they said that the Zamfara State government confirms the release of the students that were kidnapped. You know, the kidnapped by bandits from the 317 students that were kidnapped by bandits from the government secondary school in Jangebe, Zamfara State, have been released. So according to sources, the students are currently at the palace of the Emir of Ankara, waiting for transportation to Gusau, at the state capital. They said the girls were kidnapped on Friday and were believed to have been taken to a forest by the bandits, who reportedly are disguised as security personnel. The school attack comes just over a week after a similar attack on the school for boys in Niger State. So that is the update we have for now, and I will give you any further updates as this story develops. So let us be thankful that the kids are be reunited with their family as we speak. So let's come back to sports.
So it's all good news. 20 wins by this team. 500 game wins by Pep Guardiola. Yeah. 200 wins in 273 by Pep Guardiola. And you're still asking whether he's a genius. He's of course a genius.
I love that.
He's of course a genius.
Yeah.
But geniuses could be fraudulent. It depends.
The lines are open. Please. The lines are open. We want you to join this discussion. Yeah, because we talk about the bright side of athletics. We want you to that. We want athletes to call into this show, and then give us your view and give us your expectations as we approach 23rd July 2021. We talked about Tiger Woods. I like to talk about the genius also have their own faults. It comes in a complete package, just like Jimmy is saying. And there are those who believe that Pep, in spite of winning 2 Champions League, in spite of winning leagues in Italy,
different countries,
in Spain, in Germany, when he was there, they were saying, "Can he do it in England? Can he do it in?" No, first he went to Germany. They said no, he ran to Germany. He came to England, and it's about winning his. This is going to be his third in 4 years. Yeah. This is his fifth season. First season he didn't win. He went back to back. He didn't win. Now he's winning again. And then the only coach in the history.
So you don't wax too lyrical. Manchester City, they've got a great team.
Yeah, and they've got a good coach.
A great coach.
Yeah.
But then I would think the expectations will be winning on the continent, winning the diadem, the ultimate diadem. Because as long as you continue being a local champion, there will always be people that will ask questions. You've got all this, you've spent this much, and you are not able to win the Champions League. There are going to be questions.
So are you going to place a coach like Roberto Di Matteo ahead of Pep Guardiola? Because Di Matteo won Champions League and Pep did not win Champions League.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
But Ken.
How many matches wins you? How many matches wins you the Champions League?
How many matches? No less
all right,
than 15?
let's take our first caller. Kazim, how are you? Yes, that is right. I like when Lagos calls because others dominate us at here. Hello, Kazim.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Jimmy's here.
Yes. But let me tell you about this one. I'm a soccer fan. But when it comes to England, I support Man United. I have to tell you that I have never believed that Guardiola won the league. So that's the point. Yeah. Yes. His master, he more yet to go. Guardiola will do any man for Guardiola United. So for now, I'm not taking him as well. He's not good to him.
And okay, and probably yeah, Kazim. I think the volume, you are close to your telly, and also the volume of your telly was high. When you are put through to us, just stay away from your telly. Talk with us through the phone. Are you still there, Kazim? Okay, I think we've lost that. We lost the call. But Kazim, if you do call back, the moment you are put through to us, just kill the volume of your telly, talk through your phone, and they won't have these interferences. Jimmy, okay, let's see. Let's take
the other part. When I said geniuses could be fraudulent,
yeah.
Right now, Mourinho is a fraud.
Right
now.
Are you going to take away what he has achieved?
Never. But what I'm saying, so to understand that there are failings that they normally do have, regardless of whatever the plaudits had been, whatever achievements they've had, it is normal for them to have probably what we call deep in form, where they're not really able to get things done. But they higher the expectations.
Kazim is back.
Yeah.
It's lucky. Hello, Kazim.
Hello, Ken.
Hey, very clear now.
Yes.
Good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, what I'm trying to say is God.
It's what? Kazim, don't do this to us. Oh, no. There was somebody called 3 or 4 times, and one of that's why the guy's number was going through. Okay, Kazim, still try to call again. I know Ruben is trying to reach us. Chooks is trying to reach us. Maybe I would do as disappeared. Who calls us from Jos? We have this caller from Jos who calls Sable Corridor. Your
Vina from Jos.
Yeah. And the lady from Abuja.
Lady
Ukwo. Okay. You have them in your head. You have some of those are some of our regular callers. And those callers calling us from England, from Spain, from wherever this. Yeah. We also expect you to be part of this show. Okay, but let us not waste it. We'll still be talking about the Guardiola. I know a lot of you want to call in. How good do you rate Pep? He has not won the World Cup yet. He has won just 2 Champions League, and he won them there in Spain. And people said then he had some very good players. But then, like we said, the difference between probably an athlete who is running, improving yourself, is that also you're playing against other teams. Yeah, and then it has to also depend. And football is 11 players. One player might not be feeling heavy. One player might be having injury. Somebody might just, and then it affects.
And you have to manage all.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll go to Abuja. Is that Wale?
Yeah, Wale from Abuja.
Yeah, Wale, how are you?
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Nice analysis. Yeah, simply Guardiola is just the best to me. I've watched recent coaches, the way he picks his team, it makes player goals. Or if you watch Raheem Sterling now, Raheem Sterling was a better player in Liverpool, but now he's a world class. Just take a good look at Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
Simply, there's no doubt about it. Guardiola makes you play his styles. He changed dynamics of play. For a very, very long period of time, Aguero was not playing.
Exactly. Aguero has been off, yeah. Hello, Wale, are you still there? You are speaking the language I love, so please don't let this line not go. Okay. Wale,
without a doubt,
yeah.
You see coaching when you see Pep by the sidelines.
Yeah.
You see.
Is it only the sideline, or like we said, this Leresane? Leresane said the guy improves you. And when you think you have improved, he said you have not improved. You still need to improve.
Exactly.
Why did you pass this ball with your left? When your vision, the right would have taken it to where you want to take it. He teaches you. Look at, like you said, Raheem Sterling scoring 100 goals. Raheem Sterling, what is his height?
Again, the reason why most people would think that Pep has not really delivered on his mandate is because given the kind of money, given the quality of the players, let's even say he's the one that has really, really developed and nurtured them to be super, in the delivery. There should have been somehow that he would have won the Champions League, given the opportunities. That's the case.
You see,
That's
I keep on looking
now,
at because some books have keep Jimmy. Okay, go on. I don't want to disagree. Go on.
Ken,
Yeah.
the reason, like I said, why people will feel, look, Guardiola is fantastic. We all know that. We've seen it. We've seen.
Let's go to Ogun State. Who do we have?
Akonde.
Akonde, how are you?
Fine, Mr. Kerr.
Yeah.
Fine, sir.
Go on.
Guardiola is a good coach. Guardiola is a good coach. I like Guardiola.
Okay.
He has the money. They give him money to buy players. And he buy good players.
Yes.
That's my own comment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. He knows how to utilize you. Give him money. You give him money because see at a point before Carlo Ancelotti and Zinedine Zidane won the Champions League for Real Madrid. Yeah. Real Madrid was, I mean, in terms of how much Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, you have Alonso, you have Luka Modric, you have all the best players in the world. They could not win. They could not win until La Decima, until Carlo Ancelotti came and won that 10th one. Exactly. So sometimes it is not just about PSG have been spending so much money and buy whatever they want to buy. How far have they gone? Liverpool. Before Klopp was able to do what he did, do you know how much he spent?
Yeah.
People will not look at it.
Well,
but if Pep, everything
because he's notorious for spends.
No, if it's not. I'm not this man at Barcelona. I'm not this man at Barcelona.
Okay. Coming from.
I'm not this one at Barcelona.
Coming from a club culture, that is Barcelona's culture,
so
where they already had.
You see, there is always an excuse. We want to go on a break. We want to go on a short break, Jimmy. When we come back, we'll take results because this argument will not stop. We'll take results for the league round in Europe and also what will be happening in Nigeria. Stay with us. All right, you're welcome back. The lines are still open. But then let's take the results of the top 5 in the top 5 leagues in Europe before we come home. The NNL, we heard that insurance won yesterday. Gombe traveled and went to Lafia and won 4-1 away. They won 4. They won Yobe. They won 4-1 away. And over at that the NNL they are doing so well. But let's get those results. Let's get those results and table first, and then the fixture because today to be Chelsea taking on Manchester United. That is City.
He defeated West Ham United.
That is 20 wins in all competitions in a row, 27 unbeaten, exactly. 14 in the league. All right, West Brom
defeated Brighton 1-0.
That's the second win of Sam Allardyce.
Aston Villa defeated Leeds United.
That is Aston Villa's second win in seven away trips.
Wow. Yeah. Newcastle United played out a 1-1 draw.
Both of them are struggling, but I pity Steve Bruce. I just pray they survive.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at. Let's move on. What next? What do we have next? All right.
Crystal Palace played out a 0-0 draw with Fulham.
Yeah.
And Leicester,
they are leading.
Arsenal, okay.
Okay, those matches are on.
Yeah.
Those matches are currently on.
Yeah. Tottenham will be playing against Burnley.
Yeah.
And also Chelsea.
We're playing Manchester United.
Against Manchester United.
So Leicester are currently a goal up against Arsenal, while Crystal Palace and Burnley are playing 0-0.
That will not like this kind of news.
Oh, well, a lot of people will like it, a lot of people don't like it. For now, that is the top 5 in England.
Okay, Manchester City on top with 62 points.
13 points with just 12 matches to go.
Exactly, so 1 match at hand. Leicester are on 49 points, same with Manchester United. West Ham United are on 45 points, they are 4th on the log. And Chelsea are 5th on the log
on 43 points.
43 points.
So today to be Chelsea taking on Manchester United, and that is a top table. All right, let's Lagos. Nasri, how are you? There used to be this Nasri in Arsenal. Nasri, how are you? Are you there? I know you are there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's hear you. Oh, Nasru. Jimmy is asking. I like saying this. Jimmy is asking if you are an Arsenal fan. I don't know. It was Jimmy. My own, I will say it. It was Jimmy who was asking if you are an Arsenal fan. So Nasru.
Manchester United are playing today.
Yeah. Unbeaten. Manchester United unbeaten on away, and Chelsea unbeaten on that to care. Yeah. What's going to happen?
This Chelsea team.
Yeah.
the way they defeated Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. They are playing consummate football.
They are playing, yes.
Yes.
They are playing exhilarating football. And I think that, well, if it's not going to be a score draw,
Okay.
then we may have Chelsea defeat comprehensively United.
But there is also the run.
I feel there's this kind of identity that this Tuchel's team, they got going for them at this point in time.
And self-belief.
Not taking anything away from United, because, I mean, playing against Real Sociedad and,
United have gone 19 matches unbeaten at away.
Yes,
and then
unprecedented.
And they visited Chelsea.
Where they started from at the beginning of the season.
They visited Chelsea 3 times and won 3 times. At the last 3 matches away at Chelsea, they've won.
Exactly. So, and records are meant to be broken.
That's what we are saying.
Exactly.
So when we keep how does that pre-matches analysis?
Exactly.
When they enter there, the taste of the pudding is in the eating.
90 minutes.
so let them not look at form coming out. Both sides are playing well. All right. Ganiyu, how are you? How are you, Ganiyu?
Wow.
What is happening, you guys?
Wow.
So it doesn't in Lagos. Man, let's go to La Liga and start getting it, because Barcelona won yesterday. Madrid dropped point against Hellas. It was Juve that against who did Madrid play against yesterday?
Juve played against Verona.
It was Juve that played Hellas. Who did Madrid play? Madrid played okay, Madrid is playing today. Madrid played today. Yeah.
They haven't played.
Let's see anyway. Let's see. It was Juve I was talking about. Levante Athletic.
Why were you thinking of Juve?
Don't worry. I'll tell you.
Levante they 1-1 draw against
Mbappe played Huesca.
Also with
okay, Huesca is okay. That's the Barcelona result where Dembele and
I'm sure Thierry is delighted
wherever he is. Dembele and Messi scoring those goals.
Lost at home.
I don't know what's wrong with Alaves. They keep on losing. They're on a losing streak.
Getafe 3-0 against Valencia. I don't know what's happening.
Valencia has. Okay, let's see how they stand on the log now. Let's see how they stand because Atletico, I think they are still leading the team with 2 matches in hand and 2 points.
Celta Vigo will be playing against Real Valladolid. Cadiz will be playing against
Real Betis.
Elche will be away at Granada. And
Real Madrid is playing today. They're playing Real Sociedad.
Yes.
And Villarreal playing Atletico Madrid. Don't mind me. Real Madrid is playing today.
Real Sociedad.
It was Hellas Verona that played against Juve yesterday. All right, that is top 5. The top 5?
Atletico Madrid, 55 points. Barcelona, 2 points. 2 matches between them.
They played 2 matches, they are 2 points behind.
Yeah, 2 points behind. Real Madrid are on 52 points.
Yes.
Sevilla on 48 points.
Really?
Real Sociedad on 41 points. Those are the top 5 at the moment.
All right, those are the top 5. Let's see if we can go to the Serie A. Oh, yeah, which of them are in Bundesliga? A lot of matches were played. We can,
5-1, Bayern.
Yeah, Bayern. Yes, so Bayern. When they are on this, I don't think they will let go.
Werder Bremen defeated Eintracht Frankfurt 2-1.
Yeah.
Cologne lost to Bayern Munich. That was 5-1.
Dortmund battle.
And Lewandowski with braces.
With braces, yes.
Exactly. Borussia Dortmund 3-0 against Haminen.
And to believe Gnabry was sold for less than 5 million.
Just name
I don't know.
Just name the club.
Stuttgart, British, Schalke. I'm not surprised about that. Those ones are just there. So let's see. Bayern, they are still ruling the waves. Yeah, it is their league. They just win it when they like. And we thought Dortmund with Haaland and Sancho will mount that. How do I say it? A competition for them. But then it was not there. All right, Paul. All right. Hello, Paul.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Paul. How are you?
Fine, sir. I want to say something about our league.
Okay, go on.
With the NPFL and the Women League.
Yes.
They should bring there should be enough.
Wait. Go on, Paul. Paul was okay. We are listening because, like you said, they are having security issues, and these things are not. It's not what you want to look at because right now we've not had loss of lives, and that's why we're saying it. We saw Wiki Tourist, of course, that is an accident. Their boss, caught fire. Adamawa United, because Adamawa United and Robo Queens were somewhere, I think, about between 11 p.m. and 10 p.m. I don't think that is the right time for football clubs to be traveling at night without escort.
And it's looking like we never learn our lessons.
Without escort. So
without even
trips,
the escorts, I think that the people that plan the trips, the logistics of getting games sorted, they need to understand that they
stay in a hotel.
Stay in a hotel.
When it is 4 p.m. or 5, don't move again. Then the following you move.
Ken, I'll think that the major
10
problem.
10 p.m., 11
I'll
p.m.
think that the major problem is that these clubs do not have the financial capacity to make sure that these
they can
lodged,
stay in a hotel.
They are properly lodged in hotels. So it goes back to the problem of our football, where we are not treating sports as a business, where our football is not a business, it's more of having teams and not clubs. Because if you have got clubs, then you'll be able to do proper sporting business, where you have other sources of income. Through
Jimmy, I like we discussed.
We have been saying these things
we discussed last week.
Yeah,
is this same league that Rangers? Is this same league that Better Insurance, Shooting Stars, Raka Rovers, Mighty Jets? Is this same league?
And a lot of things have changed.
So the people who did them are something. We can't just be deteriorating. We can't just be be glorifying the past. People did it. We don't have clubs. Let's come back to Lagos. Ganiu is back. Hello, Ganiu. Hello, Ganiu. Twice you have called now. Jimmy, we asked the club you are supporting. Jimmy, so you see, let me tell you this. Stationary stores will go and play Shooting Stars in Ibadan.
Exactly.
And they will overtake it.
Definitely.
I have watched Rangers play insurance at Ogbe Stadium. And then it was 50-50 at the stadium. I've watched Rangers play against DIC Bees in Kaduna, you understand? And they had more fans than whatever it is. So this is not rocket science.
But
we are saying hotels are in Benin. Hotels are in the route that you are going to. You have people to say, okay, which hotel can we load that is affordable, whatever it is, and you make those contingency plans.
And what you are saying is supposed to be...
You don't risk, if really happen, a life. How much is a life worth?
I mean, you can't even quantify it.
Okay.
But these are things that we have always been saying. They are commonsensical things. These are things that we should have entrenched by now. But it doesn't seem as if we are ready. Because if this continues to happen, and almost all the time, we come here to lament, and we continue to say it, and it's like we're a broken city, then it's unfortunate that we're still at that stage.
Yes. Okay, let's see what is happening in MPFL today. They were, I think normally a match gets played on Saturday, and then we'll go over. So we'll look at the MPFL while we're discussing these issues. We bring them to the front burner. Last week, we were all here saying, okay, this is what Plateau United did. Okay.
Aqua United will be playing against Rivers United.
That is quite close.
Exactly.
That is almost like neighbors.
Jigawa will be hosting Enyimba. And
that is a long travel.
A long travel. Ifeanyiba will be playing against Plateau United. And definitely that's also a bit long. MFM will be playing host to Nasarawa United.
That is long.
That's long. Lobby Stars will be playing against Katsina United, more or less like a Northern Conference.
Yeah.
Sunshine Stars will be playing host to Adamawa United.
That is travel. That's another travel.
Long one. Kano Pillars will be playing away at Dakada FC. Rangers will be hosting Atlant. That's close.
That used to be the original.
Kwara will be playing much later. Kwara will be playing against Warri Wolves.
That one is just one axis. They can travel under a few minutes and get there. Cross Benin, they are already in Ilorin. You know.
So Abia Warriors had already defeated Wiki Tourist.
Abia they are on 5 match unbeaten streak now.
They are on unbeaten run. And I think you have to be happy for Imama.
They didn't start well, but they are getting it done now.
Kano Pillars are top of the log. 23 points they have at this point in time. Kwara United are
despite
second.
Losing and drawing.
Exactly. That's 22 points that they have. Enyimba, with all the continental assertions, they're still there. They're on 22 points. They are third on the log. Nasarawa United are fourth on the log with 20 points.
And then take the 5th one. Who's number 5?
Rangers.
Rangers are number 5.
So
those are the top 5, and those are the struggling teams. I hope they will get out of there before the league. The league still have a long way to go. In Nigerian league, if you win 2 matches, it catapults you. Not even Nigerian league, any league in the world, the way it is now. There is no more difference unless if you are Man City. Now give the rest, a 2 meters gap, and then they will now start. And they now try to catch up.
Handicap.
All right. So those are the standings, and those are we've seen where if you are close to anywhere. Those might have taken place today just to go there and support your team. Of course, there is minimal amount of fans that are allowed to come in. When you, I think they say there's 50 or 100, and then you take the two teams. You take their officials. You take whatever the backroom staff, and then you take the journalists who are going to cover it. Before you know the project, allow very few fans. We see in Australia right now where they have about 50% move in watch the match. England have mapped out how strategies or how when the fans will return to the EPL and other areas. And I hope we can also do but our own. Most of these things are.
We don't have a thinking culture.
You know, if you say people already know what they want to do. But it's a question for now. We can say, okay, fine. Allow maybe a quarter, of the stadium capacity. So that maybe after every 3 seats, somebody will sit down. After every 3 seats, somebody will sit down. And stuff like that.
We are saying our clubs, we don't have enough supporters coming to watch games.
Yet
we are, we are disallowing them from coming to watch games.
The thing is that you're talking about force major. You're talking about things that are beyond.
Ken, it doesn't mean that we cannot have up to 1,000 fans in all of our stadiums.
There are ways to manage it. To say about 2,000 or 3,000 persons to enter.
Even with social distancing, you can allow up to 1,000 in each of the stadiums.
Up to 5,000, depending on the capacity of the stadium. You can even allow 5,000, like Ogbe Stadium, and Amdazikiwe.
Exactly.
You can allow all that. Okay, I think this is where we'll be calling it a day for today. Zlatan and LeBron. Zlatan. That story is one story we're supposed to take because you accuse LeBron that LeBron is talking about politics. But you on your own, you complain that because your name is Ibrahimovic, that people where you complain about racism against you because of your name. The journalists look at you.
Superstars have their flaws. I'll think it's flawed based on that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it sounds hypocritical about it, but I want to applaud LeBron James for what he's been able to do, speaking up. Just like Naomi Osaka, joining the likes of Muhammad Ali, Karim Abdul-Jabbar. That's what it's supposed to be. Use your platform to be the voice that those that cannot speak, those that can't be heard.
Be the voice of the voiceless.
Be the voice of the voiceless, and that's how it's supposed to be.
All right. Like you said, Zlatan, you're a great footballer. I think the guy is trying to sell something. So he needed. I just said he was doing a promo. But that is what it is. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Until we come here next week Sunday, have a blessed Sunday.